Hey guys, today I've got a less than cheery update from Vermont. As you can see, we've had some flooding. Here's a road right here, and it's all the way underwater. There's the connector point. This is corn right here. The corn field has flooded behind me. Vermont's been getting some national attention.
This morning, rescue teams from across the country are racing to Vermont.
Completely destroyed.
Yeah, life-threatening flash flooding is ongoing now in central Vermont and heading into northern portions of the state. Warning, but look at this. Almost all of the state of Vermont is under a flash flood warning. In the Burlington area, we'll watch you closely.
Historic and horrific weather that's just slamming the Northeast. The governor of Vermont, Phil Scott, now declaring an emergency for the entire state. Overnight, an emergency unfolding in Vermont's capital city. The Winooski River cresting at 21 feet, inundating the streets with water. The catastrophic floods are the worst in decades.
That's the Langdon Street Bridge.
The National Weather Service says the river has reached major flood stage, a serious threat to life and property. Across the state, the view from overhead showing entire towns devastated. You can see here remains from a house sent floating down a stream Monday afternoon. Entire communities still cut off by flash floods.
No way, bro. Nah.
This is an all-hands-on-deck response.
Right now, an already bad situation in flood-ravaged Vermont has the potential to get even worse. A dam near Montpelier is almost full, and it's threatening to send large amounts of water into the capital city.
We're going to begin with the news, and the news this morning is not good in Vermont. A disaster there. Several communities are almost completely cut off by water this morning, and more than 50 people have had to be rescued after hours of heavy rain. Officials are warning of an unprecedented amount of water that could be released by local dams, putting nearby towns in jeopardy this morning.
While cleanup is just beginning after what the governor called a once-in-a-thousand-year weather event.
We are in the midst of an extraordinary weather event that has just devastated communities.
Millions are now bracing for what today will bring.
So yeah, the destruction here has been pretty devastating. The rain has ceased, but our rivers are still very high, as you can see. People all over the state have been rallying, though. You know, I've seen people offering their barns, their stalls for those with, horses and animals that had to be evacuated. On my end here, we got a lot of rain for sure, but we didn't see the same destruction that a lot of the state saw. However, my blow was losing all my hay. We had a little bit of flooding in the barn, but then just the humidity and the dampness, like literally, I'm breathing water right now, basically. But it's just been so damp and humid, and my hay just like exploded in mold, and it was a pretty hard blow. This is my 5th time trying to record this. I was trying this morning, and honestly, I was pretty distraught because, well, it's not just like, okay, great, get rid of the hay and get more. It was like, I worked really hard for that hay. I've been working really hard the last few months to, put out some videos, and was able to buy this load of hay with that. And that felt good because it's like, when you make even $1 on YouTube, it's like, that feels like so much. Like, basically, when you get a paycheck from a job, that's exciting and that's something to be proud of, but when you build something from nothing, it's like you just value every single dollar so much more. And so for me, it was just, here I go, just, okay. I thought I had it together, which is, okay, but yeah, you just value every single dollar so much, and to lose it like that, I can't snap my fingers like that, to lose it like that, is, just like that, is so hard, and it comes on the heels of some other blows that, like, living the farm life, this is not glamorous at all, and, I get told all the time, people, like, telling me, like, oh, you're living the dream, and it's like, yes, I've chosen this life, but don't think it doesn't come with hardships, because it comes with so many. The last 2 weeks, we've had well problems, and basically haven't had running water, which you can imagine if you have horses bit of a problem there. Not only that, it's like, oh, look at this cute little guy. Cute. Anyway, yeah, it's like human problem aside. So like, yeah, I've had to, it means that I'm behind on laundry, on dishes. Probably gonna go to my parents later today just to get a shower and you know, I just walked under a barbed wire fence, and maybe this is private property. Probably shouldn't have done that. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's been tough, but anyway, yeah, so all those things, like, I feel like I'm really behind on, and but yeah, the horses, like, thankfully, the one benefit of having heavy rain is my horses' tanks, water tanks have been filled every day, so they've been overflowing every day, so I guess that's the one perk. It's like I haven't had to worry about lugging buckets, but that's a huge blow. And you know, there have been some other blows which, you know, I'd rather not share here on YouTube, but some other pretty significant blows, and so losing all that hay just comes on the heels of like blow after blow after blow, and it can be really discouraging. So, you know, yeah, farm life is not this like romantic thing that it's made out to be sometimes, so just know that. I'm trying to keep it all in perspective because my loss really isn't that bad compared to what others have lost, their homes, their cars. I know at least one person even lost their life, so my loss is nothing, but at the same time it's still a loss, and it's still hard, especially on the heels of everything else. But yeah, the farm life is not a glam life, although I'm sure probably some of you relate, but you know, so many people for some reason love this life, including myself, but it's hard and it comes with consequences. And you know, a lot of the blame is my own, because with the hay, completely my fault. And that's what's terrible, because I don't have a hay elevator, so I stored my hay on pallets in the lower part of the barn, which has been fine, but it's just these last few days with all the moisture in the air, and then just a little bit of flooding that we've had in the barn, it just creates this very, very damp atmosphere, and it's like the mold just like exploded. Unfortunately, it was fine until it wasn't. So yeah, it's my fault, like, and this is like the whole like building something from nothing. It's like, yeah, when you start with nothing, it means that you have to do a lot more work. It means, oh, I've got to carry these hay bales, each and every one, up the stairs and do that. And I started doing that. I did. Thankfully I have several bales up there, but I guess that's what it means I have to do, you know? Lessons learned. Yeah. So that's all here from Vermont. Okay, that is kind of pretty though. I forgot to mention, by the way, the horses are all fine. The animals are all fine. They all live in this ignorant bliss, not knowing what their humans are struggling with. Yeah, so they're all doing fine. Okay guys, so this is another look. This is a cornfield completely underwater here. The river is this tiny area up there. That's where it's supposed to be. And over here, it's got a road completely underwater. At least the flowers are pretty, right? I love this kind of flower. Chicory, I think? Yes, chicory. Love it.